Hey y'all, let me walk y'all through how I made this smoked meatloaf. So, this thing right here, y'all gonna have to try this because I went to this restaurant up in Tennessee and this meatloaf was hitting so hard. I came home and I had to try it. So, you're gonna start off and get you some bread and all the seasons that you see on the screen to season up your meat. Don't matter what kind of bread. As you can see, I'm using hot dog buns that was not about to get ate in my house. So, I use those. I cut those up in little squares so that they will be easier to absorb the milk. You pour the milk in and you just mix them up until they get really, really soft. And you can let it sit also as you're seasoning up your meat and get ready to pour it in there. And this mixture right here is what is going to keep your meatloaf very, very moist on the inside. It don't matter if you are baking it, grilling it, smoking it, putting it in the air fryer. That bread and milk mixture is going to help retain your moisture in your meatloaf. So now I'm using some of my veggies. These are what I like to add to mine. You can feel free to add whatever veggies you like in yours or no veggies at all. And then I'm going to put them in my food processor and chop them up really, really small. You can also choose to do this by hand, but I ain't doing all of that. I'm going to make this thing easier for me. So some garlic, some onion, bell pepper, green, red, yellow, thyme, garlic, and you're just going to post them until they get really, really fine. I also added some parsley in my mixture as well. Also, if you would like for your veggies to be bigger than what I have, you don't have to make them as small as I did. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mix up my meat with my veggies and my seasoning it up, and also my bread and milk mixture. And my meat was still a little bit frozen, my beef. And you're also going to add 1 egg to it. And you're just going to mix that up, massage it all in, season it all up. Garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, salt, paprika, a little bit of cayenne, complete seasoning. I also added some poultry seasoning and some oregano. But feel free to add whatever seasonings you want to add in this. If you got like some of those grill mate seasoning or anything like that. And it also is going to depend how you cook it. Like I said, we did this on the grill and kind of smoked it. So I want my flavors to be how I want them to be. So you could choose to add whatever flavors you want. And I also added some Worcestershire sauce. So, and then you just mix that up, combine it, make sure you mix it well. Don't forget to add your bread and milk mixture into this as well. And you just go ahead and you shape it into whatever you want. Me, I was trying to be all fancy and I had this bright idea that I was going to use a bundt pan. So this is what I did. I put it on ice because I was kind of in a bind for time. So I was trying to get it to kind of mold a little bit quicker in the deep freezer. So I put the ice underneath it. But I went ahead and I put it in my bundt pan and shaped it up nice. And like I said, in the interest of time, I went ahead and I put it in the oven on 400 degrees for maybe about 20-25 minutes first, just so that I could go ahead and start cooking it before we put it on the grill because we were pressed for time. This was late. So once it was done in the oven for those 20-25 minutes, I went ahead and I poured the juices off of it because I was also making mashed potatoes and gravy. So I was going to use my juices from the meatloaf for the gravy. I will make a separate video for that, or you can look at one of my other gravy videos that I have linked on my YouTube. And I went ahead and I flipped it onto like a wire rack on top of a cast iron so that the juices could still flow down and they would not like burn the meatloaf. I went ahead and I put my glaze on there. Like I said, I have a video that I will link in this one with the glaze for this. It's just barbecue sauce, ketchup, brown sugar, and honey. Stuck it on the grill. And yes, I did make it fall apart a little bit when it came out of that bundt pan. But as you can see, as it cooked, it went ahead and went right back together with that glaze. It just was so sticky and it stuck together. When I tell you this came out so amazing, I would definitely make this again because my family be picky and meatloaf is not one thing that is in our rotation. But baby, now this will definitely be in our rotation. This meatloaf was so juicy and so flavorful. And we paired this with mashed potatoes and homemade gravy using the drippings and some cheesy zucchini. And baby, I ain't got to say nothing because him licking the plate says it all.